So do you want to start with your name and where you're from?
Sure. I'm Advait Guha, but I'll be known as Addy Guha.
And where's your territory going to be?
I live in Mernda. The territory I have is Wollert, which is just a suburb next door.
And what were you doing prior to Jim's Dog Wash?
For the last 10 years, I've worked in immigration detention. I was really desperate for a change, and I'm glad I found Jim's.
Yeah, so what made you choose Jim's Dog Wash out of a lot of options you might have had to do? So what was it about Jim's Dog Wash specifically that you wanted to do?
Right, I'm really not good with tools, and I wanted to have an independent business, but I had no idea where to start from. I was made aware of this by a very close friend of mine who's in Sydney and who'd come all the way to Melbourne, laughed at me saying that you have this in Melbourne and I from Sydney have to tell you about it. But anyway, long story short, he explained to me about the support, the training that's on offer, and that's what got me really interested. I went on a trial day and rest is history.
And how have you found the training so far?
It's been amazing. And I was told this by the lady I went on trial day with. Addy, you live in Melbourne, but trust me, you'll gain a lot if you go and actually live there, because you get to network better and you get an opportunity to meet with like-minded people. And the more you spend time with them, the more you learn. And again, staying here has helped me meet Jim in person and get to know him better. And I'm a big fan of Jim's now.
You're pretty cheeky with Jim on Monday night. So for those who don't know, we do an Ask Jim show, which is like a live podcast recording with Jim, and people can ask questions. And you asked something I haven't heard in 160 episodes. So maybe you want to repeat for people, what did you ask Jim?
All right. Well, it's just funny. I thought, you know what, if I don't ask, someone else will, so why not me? So I found out that Jim's got 16 children. And I said, well, will he be okay to adopt me as one of his children? Well, that was just a quirky question, but it was great, and he responded so well, and he took it so well, and it was just for laugh. But I appreciate the fact that I am allowed to ask such questions to a guy that has the biggest franchise in the Southern Hemisphere. It couldn't have been better example to show that, you know, everyone's welcome, and what a great family and a unit Jim's is.
And you're probably the first person I've met in 12 years to actually get Jim speechless, because he was speechless for a bit. So what advice would you advise someone who might be thinking about it, might have been working a long-term job like yourself, and this sounds like a good idea? What advice would you give to them?
If you really want to come out of your comfort zone and want to make a big change in your life, I can't think of a better way to do it, where you're so well supported, especially the pay for work guarantee. The training schedule that's been emailed to us, and I've got a trainer that's driving down from Perth, mind you, and she's going to be here in the next 4 days to spend 10 straight days of training with me. So again, wasn't scheduled that way, but I've got to take an overseas trip which was planned beforehand, and I didn't know how this trainer was going to go with her schedule, and I thought maybe she needs the 2 days, the weekends off to meet her friends or family or whatever. I gave her a call yesterday. She's so flexible. She said, no worries, Addy, we'll do it 10 straight days for you if that's what you want. And this is the kind of support anybody out there can expect. If you're considering it, do it. There's no chance. They say there's a very little chance, but if you're true to yourself, and if you're hardworking and you're willing to be successful, there's no stopping.
You're a good man. Well, good luck with your franchise.